note that Mrs. Dirklinger is absent. Jim had surgery this morning and she hasn't come back from Lincoln. Would there someone like to make a motion to excuse her, please?
I'll move to excuse her.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Jim?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yes.
Jeremy?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Comments from the public on agenda items. I know Mr. Harding is here, and we'll take his comments in conjunction with that item, Kevin, rather than now, if it's all right with you. Or questions that you might have.
Yeah, I do. Just want to see if you guys could get my water turned on.
Well, we'll take that up down at that point in time and let you speak then, if it's all right, rather than now.
Do what?
We'll let you speak later in the agenda to the item when it comes up. Is there any other comments from the floor? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to talk about the dogs that are running loose in this town.
No, it's not on the agenda.
Not on the agenda yet.
No. So you can call me or talk to somebody, but we're not going to talk about it tonight.
All right, well, I just want to let you know that there's a few running around town that I contacted the sheriff about, and they said bring it up down here.
Well, you need to call me. We have made arrangements with a veterinarian in Fairbury to take a dog if we can't find the owner.
All right, because I'm fixing to sit on the front porch with a rifle, and I see it in the yard again. I'm gonna.
If you shoot it, I won't say anything.
All right, I won't do that.
But somebody else might.
All right. Here you go.
But no, truthfully, the only there's a couple qualifications. One, if it's going to threaten somebody, I'll shoot the son of a bitch. Okay.
All right.
And two, if we can't find the owner, and we can collar the dog or get the dog into a carrier that we purchased, we'll take it to the vet. But chances are not good of getting it in on the weekend, so we'd have to try and hold it over until Monday if that were the case.
Well, this dog's is pretty vicious, so I'm just worried about people being attacked.
Okay. Well, that's the procedure.
All right.
The sheriff, nobody in Hebron's going to do anything. I can
Right.
agree with that. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Anybody else? Got anything? I haven't, well, of course, I haven't been around. There could be 100 dogs out there. I haven't been around enough to see a dog that was out there. So, has anybody else here had a issue with a dog lately?
Yeah, the white bulldog down here with the brown spot.
Okay, that's the same. Isn't that the same one that you and I
Yep,
pinned?
It keeps getting off
Yep.
its chain.
That's the same one.
yep.
I'm fixing to take care of
He might have
myself.
gotten more vicious since. But that's the same dog because I did see
Exactly.
that dog
That's
loose.
yeah. I've been approached by him when I walk in the morning. I've seen him out here in the street pulling the chain.
Okay.
We grabbed him the other night.
I'm gonna. All right. I'll take that up with the owner. Thank you. We've got several here items then, moving on to the next item on our lagoon project. Some of it's information, some of it's going to be action. We met with the engineer, and I say we. I was there, Mr. Karpitchka was there, the clerk was there. And I think, Mark, were you there? No. Okay, I guess I was the only board member that met with the engineer and the contractor on the 24th. Went over a lot of things relative to beginning this lagoon project, which right now is scheduled to start, actual construction is supposed to start the 15th. It probably would already have started, except we're working around some federal requirements to avoid $1,000 spent for a bird survey. The project is right now scheduled for completion in mid-November. Some of you will recall that we had a December 31st deadline, but that was discussed. It appears that all of the grant money from DD, what is it?
CDBG.
Yeah, CDBG will be spent before December 31st, and therefore we probably will be working on loan monies after that. And but it looks like, weather permitting, we've got a good chance of getting the project pretty well wrapped up by then anyway. One of the things that we had a Norris representative here, actually the Jim Rauner was here from Norris Public Power, and he had sent us a contract for service at the pump station 2 years ago, and we set it aside. But he evidently talked to Donna today and told her, or got it to revive, so we're going to have to sign a contract for service down there. And then we've got a contract from Mid-State Engineering and Testing for soil testing during the course of the project, which is an EP or a DA requirement. That's not an EPDA. What is it?
FDA.
D. No,
DEQ.
DEQ.
I don't think it's DEQ either. Is it? It's
It's on the other
yeah, it's
paper.
one of the state agencies. In any event, what's in here? Yeah, it is DEQ. It's NEDEQ. Excuse me. Thank you. So anyway, the Norris contract is a $150 deposit and an agreement to pay $35 a month. That's the basic charge. So, I mean, it would be more, it'd probably be more than that, depending on usage. So I'm gonna ask for a motion on that. Any questions about that? It's no different than if you were hooking up a household or except it's a business.
I'll move to accept the contract with Norris.
At $150 down payment and insuring $35 a month. Is there a second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moved and seconded to approve the contract for service with Norris for the pump station at $150 and $35. I'll sign that after the meeting. It's required. Okay. Oh, got a motion, a second. We haven't had a vote. Jim?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yes.
Jeremy?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Mid-State Engineering has an estimate for their services for the course of the project at a total of $11,330. I'm going to circulate this, but before I do, I'll read the letter. Mid-State Engineering and Testing is pleased to provide the following cost estimate to provide construction quality control testing and engineering services for the upcoming lagoon project in Alexandria, Nebraska. Included are both unit costs and a total cost estimate based on our understanding of the project at this time. The development will consist of a 2-cell wastewater lagoon system located approximately 1 mile east-southeast of Alexandria. Also included in the development is a lift station located on the southeast corner of the town and a connecting force main. The 2 clay-lined aerobic lagoon cells will have a surface area of about 3 to 4 acres when full and a standard operating depth of 2 to 6 feet. Construction quality control will include standard testing to verify compaction and observation to monitor liner construction. Post-construction permeability tests will be performed as required by the NDEQ to verify seepage rates. The tests and observations requested was limited to soil and earthwork testing. I have also included the cost of concrete testing for the lift station. These tests may or may not be required. Testing will be performed on an on-call basis with invoicing based on the actual testing requested. All tests and observations for this project would be invoiced at the following unit rates, and then it provides that. That's what I want you to look at. And I'm sure that this was solicited by Jay, so you might want to glance at that. I hadn't seen it before tonight, so it'll take just a second to do that. You think we ought to vote on this?
Letter from Norris Power.
Oh, gotcha.
No, from JEO, I guess.
Turquoise.
It's with the logo.
I can't wait to get the energy to go to Chinton and ask them how come they get exempt.
I'm a lot smarter after I look at it than before. I get paid pretty good, that's all I do.
That's the only ones that get to see it or them.
I don't think we got a whole lot of choice.
No, don't have, just something I gotta do.
Any questions? If not, I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve the contract.
I'll move.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
I don't know what there is to discuss. We've got to have it, I guess. All right. I'll call the question. Jeremy?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
I'll vote yes. Okay. Claims treasurer's report and minutes. I have a question, maybe you can answer this, and maybe this is, on the Sherbarth bill, we authorized 6 tables. And then I see that there's 2 tables included in the, and it's in the, is it in the total?
It's in this total, and Betty Glenn donated those tables, so she has given me a check for those 2 tables.
So you are already in receipt of the check
Yes,
for that?
she come in Saturday. Mhm.
All right, that's
Yep.
what, that was my, thank you. Otherwise, I see that there's, and card services, is that
That's
the
Orsch-
fertilizer bill?
Yeah, that's Orscheln, Orscheln's.
Yeah, for
Mhm,
fertilizer.
Yeah.
I just comment for the benefit of people that are here that Mr. Kirpitch's second bill, or his bill there for $1,650 is odd cents. And I did review that bill. About $1,000 of that is for mileage over the course of a full year. So he's itemized it, it's in the bills. But that's something that, when Alan has to come down here from Tobias on a call, and I was on several of those, it just so happens, that isn't free. He doesn't come from Tobias and go back for nothing, nor should he be expected to. And sometimes whatever it might be, an emergency or a situation may require several visits or several trips over the course of maybe a week or whatever. So.
He has a second page.
He only has one, he has a second page.
Would editorialize any further.
I'll move we accept the claims treasurer's report in minutes.
Motion and second to approve the claims treasurer's report in minutes. Is there any discussion
still on that.
or questions?
It's still right here.
No questions.
Okay. Jim?
Yeah.
Mark?
They're gonna go
Yes.
here
Jeremy?
next.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Okay.
The next item, community building and library vandalism, estimates and claim, is kind of as an information item, or an update at this point, I guess. I overheard somebody say, yeah, we do have insurance. I think our deductible is, I'm not sure what it is, whether it's 500 or 1,000, but so we're going to be liable for the deductible as you would in any other insurance situation. There was vandalism to the community building and also to this building in the rear at the meter. In talking to the claims representative in Omaha, they're going, because it happened the same night, they're going to treat them as the same claim, so there's only one deductible. We have a bid. We have a bid from Strawberry Glass to replace the community building glass, but I don't like the proposal. Here it is. I'm going to share it with the remove 2 existing windows, replaced with 1 window made with Quanier metal that would divide it into 4 sections and would have 4 1/4-inch clear tapered glass. So imagine a 7 or 8 foot square window divided in quarters and 1/4-inch plate. As far as I'm concerned, that'd just be a target. That bid is for right at $1,986. So I have solicited a bid also from Dakin Lumber for plastic block that I think would be more vandal resistant. I have a bid for the material at approximately $1,500, but no labor. I haven't gotten the labor part yet.
That building's not got any insurance on it to turn it into an insurance company?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
It
I just
does.
referred to the
Oh, then why are they
deductible. We have
worried
either a
about
$500 or
The $500
$1,000 deductible. I'm not sure which.
Well, then the deductible and fix it.
Yeah, they have to have somebody come in and fix it.
Oh, the community center doesn't have the money.
No,
It's the city's building.
it's, yeah.
The village
They're gonna
owns
hire
the
somebody to
building.
come in and get the window fixed. And then
Right.
pay for it.
Also, Jim tells me that
Without the insurance?
they had, who is it? Who'd they have, who'd you see on here
How do you
today?
come up with
Gonna
a
give us-
deductible?
Larry's Electric, gonna give us a price on the meter, and I know Marge had Pullman Electric look at it. Or if they hadn't, they were going to. It's very difficult right now to get contractors to do anything because they're just snowed under with work. So, but I don't like the Fairbury Glass bill. The claim is, you know, if we can get something done with the meter, we probably will. You know, it'll be an open claim until we've submitted estimates or bills that the insurance company is willing to accept. So it's in the works, but a long way from being done. Board members have any questions?
They just spent that for cables on it, and then they're worried about a deductible.
Well,
I
I
like the glass blocks better.
the plastic, it's plastic, it's very better, yeah.
Cables for the community center.
I've got it in my
Yeah.
basement, they're, you know, they're really thick.
It'll let the light
They
through.
still get the light through it, but they're so busy up there that, anyway. I don't know where we are, the next item, if Marge would have been here, would have probably spoken to that. I'll have to find out, I was gonna attend that meeting, which was
Yeah,
this
but
month
we're-
sometime with her,
Marge
but I
isn't
don't
here,
even
so
have
we're
the
gonna
date.
have to
She
skip
hasn't-
over
I think
it.
it's the 16th.
Marge missing.
There's a notice in the post
Like
office.
a week from, is it in the post office?
Yeah, it's in the post
All
office.
right. Anybody else wanna go to that? Board members? Or can you go? Do you have a time? Because it's in the evening, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's at 8 at the fire hall.
Well, we'll just leave it at that. If you're interested, check the fire hall. Post office sidewalk repair, about the same situation. Actually, after we met with the contractor on our lagoon project, I had the representative from Kirk that was here look at it. They're gonna make a proposal. Dakin Lumber's looked at it, but I don't have a proposal from them. So, again, it's in the works, but nothing to report that's concrete, no pun intended. So mud rock for north end of Harbine Street. I had a call during the course of the month from Ruth Schultz, and by the time I got up there, Jeremy was pushing some mud rock around with a tractor up there by his dad's. His dad had approached me, I don't know, quite a long time ago, probably a year and a half ago, about doing something about those washes. Ruth thought maybe the water was coming from the street over onto her property, maybe onto her property, but not to her house, because there's a big hump there between her house and the street. She's just got drainage to her house. But I'd like to look into getting maybe see what the minimum load we can get and put up there of mud rock. It's a situation, I don't know, it's not too different from what was across the alley from Doris. It just washes down and creates ruts, and I think we can do some good with a load of mud rock.
If you like sand in your yard.
Well, it's either that or white rock.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's what we had before. Does anybody have any problem with that? I think Ruth would take some rock if, for a project of hers, if we could split a small truck or something. But half a truck be enough, I think. Maybe a whole truck.
I think you might need a whole, I don't know. It depends on how far it goes. I haven't worked with that stuff enough.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Well, my,
Generally doesn't go as far as you think it should.
Right.
Yeah.
I know gravel doesn't.
Takes more than you think.
well, but
Mud rock can do a good job up there.
All right, I'm gonna look at it.
Village Road.
Back to last month's agenda, the J.D. Lowe building permit. I talked to J.D. after the meeting. I happened to catch him down there mowing one day and stopped and talked to him, asked him what he had in mind. It wasn't too different from what we talked about. I asked him what he was going to do with the trailer. He said he planned to salvage it out. I asked him what the fence was going to be, and he has it'd be rough planks, and I do mean rough, because he had some of them laying there. They're the shaved sides of a log, you know, and he was going to angle that corner, and the more I looked at it, the more I had to agree that really there's no threat to the traffic north and south if you're coming from the east, because you're on the opposite side of the street. So that's where we stand on that. The request is still here. I guess I'm not too keen on the fencing material, but I don't know that that's any of my business. It sure isn't any more unsightly than what has been there for the last few years. So,
I'll move we approved it.
okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right, motion second. Any other questions or discussion? I think that's pretty much, he'd made arrangements to cut some trees down between his property and the Legion, with the Legion, so. He asked if we had any problem with that. I said, no, I don't guess that's any of our concern. All right, Mark?
Yeah.
Jeremy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yeah.
I'll vote yes.
Gonna fix it.
Gonna give him the permit.
And then Ralph Cosda's one of the three
The mud mess.
people
Yeah,
that
they're
got a
gonna try to
letter
maybe white
from
wash.
the village and informing him that he needs to have a building permit for his portable building. Ralph lives in where Musings used to live. And so we have his permit request here somewhere. I saw it.
The garage?
And it was approved by the county zoning board, and interestingly enough, they do not show it as being in the floodplain. I have also checked, and this area is not in the map floodplain of Alexandria. So evidently the $25 has been paid. Nothing on the other two.
I'll move we approve it.
I'll second.
Okay, there's a motion, a second, to approve the building permit for Ralph Cosda for the storage building or whatever it is. I guess you could put a car in there. Right. Any other discussion? Who? Call the question. Jeremy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yes.
I'll vote yes. Okay, we have had a request from Tina Herring and Kevin Harding. Kevin's here to discuss with the board water, the provision of water to their property up on Meridian Street. Kevin, you want to speak?
Yeah, I just want to see if the board would turn our water on. We've been up there for 5 months and we need water, and so we can get some of the stuff done that we had talked about as far as doing the puddings and stuff. I've paid people to haul water in, and I can't keep doing it, you know. I mean, I don't see no reason why we can't get water.
reason Kevin's been denied water is the fact that they're not in compliance with ordinances, as we've discussed in the past, with regard to the foundation under the,
What part is he not in compliance with?
I'm telling you, if you'll just
Pardon?
be quiet, I'm telling
He's
you.
gonna tell you in a minute.
He's not in compliance with an ordinance that requires that a modular or trailer have either a cement slab or a foundation of brick or cement block.
I do have cement blocks. I don't need a square pad underneath of it. I don't have to.
Either a pad or
No, I
blocks.
don't. No, I have to have 2 strips under it and that's it. I don't have to have any certain type of a pad. Like you're talking about was down over here at,
You have to have a block foundation or a pad.
no, I don't have to have, I got blocks underneath of it.
No, it can't just be blocked up
Why can't it?
because the ordinance doesn't allow it.
Show me in the ordinance that you can't.
I've told you to pick it up.
I picked it up and it don't state in there some sort of blocks or a foundation.
Well,
You can't put a foundation underneath of it.
you can put a footing and a foundation.
For what? What's the good is a pudding gonna do?
It's for appearance sake.
We don't give a shit about appearancing.
Well, we do.
Appearances.
Oh, but skirting, you put the skirting around it, it'll be just
Then it
fine.
doesn't show.
That'd be fine on a cement slab.
We can't even do that because you won't even give us water.
Uh,
It
You're
takes
getting water for a lot of other purposes.
It don't matter. You can't deny me water.
I am denying you water.
You can't because I got a trailer house up there that I should have water to or hook it up to my camper.
Well-
You legally you cannot hold me with water. I do have grandkids that come over to my house.
We haven't got any way to even measure water up there at this time. We
Put a damn meter on it like you do everybody else's.
Okay.
You're just making up all kinds of reasons and stupid excuses, Dager, and I'm tired of your bullshit.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of tired. Mary, I'm kind of tired. You.
I don't care what you're tired of. You've been putting this bullshit on for 5 months, and this is enough. I don't have to have a slab down there because it don't serve no purpose. We told you we would put the block up to satisfy you because it ain't gonna do no good anyway. Yeah, it looks all right and that for putting blocks under there, but you can't actually set the trailer on the blocks because you're gonna ruin the floor.
You can do that. It just doesn't support the trailer.
Right. So why spend $8,000 for a slab underneath the dang thing and it ain't gonna serve no purpose?
Okay, I think the board's heard your position. Okay?
Well, how about the sewer?
That's a second ordinance. There's no,
Because legally, you can't, since you closed off the sewer, you're responsible to go back in and open it up. I've been told that by 3 attorneys.
well, then you need to have them contact the village.
No, you guys are the ones that blocked it. You should legally have to open it back
Right, it
up.
was in compliance when Calvin Seals had the property and it was sold. It was in compliance. If the village made it non-compliant, that will come back on
We
you.
don't know that it was working.
But then you cannot go in and
Well,
block the
didn't they pay
line.
water and sewer every month?
We don't know that the sewer
Look back on the books.
will
it'll show.
even work if we can find it. That's not the village's responsibility.
It ain't my responsibility.
Most
I didn't
sure
plug
it
it.
is.
I didn't plug it. You guys
It's your
went around and plugged
responsibility
it.
to attach a sewer to the main.
We did.
Is.
That does not state that in the paper that we have to hook it to the main. We have to make sure our line is hooked up to the sewer line.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It is hooked up. But you
don't
guys
know
went
that.
around and blocked all these other ones because you said,
They don't even know if they blocked it, but they won't give you water to even dump something down it to
doesn't,
track it
that
down to the
doesn't change
manhole.
whose responsibility it is, in my opinion.
well, that's your opinion, but according to the attorney,
Yeah, it's-
it is your guys' responsibility
opinion
because you
too.
cut them all in or blocked them all up.
We blocked off anything for a good reason.
But you don't have the right to do that.
in the recording that was a month ago that I listened to,
Well, sure
you
we did.
stated on the recording on the video that you didn't know whether or not it's blocked. Then your next comment was that you think that the sewer line has collapsed. And that's on the YouTube video in your town meeting in your own
All right,
words.
okay.
Without water, they can't track it, they can't put nothing down it to look in it. And
Sure
Betty
they can.
Boleyn had water meter put in up on her place just for horses. I see no reason why
That
you're
was
not
already
allowing him to
there.
have water. Rick got water
was
down there to
sewer there.
his ground. You can't mix concrete without water.
Got water for a swimming pool.
That don't matter. That don't have nothing to do with my sewer and my water. You're just being an ass and you won't turn my water on.
An ass.
You are. You think it's funny and it's not.
In fact, one of your meetings, I believe you were stated as saying that you didn't think that anybody, that you didn't want anybody acquiring that piece of property. Is there some other
No,
reason
I
that you
never
think the
said
town wants that property for a gas
I
station,
never
a
said
store on the way to the
You'll play
lake?
hell
I
getting
thought-
it because I got it now and you ain't getting
When I was
it.
first approached about that by Tina, I said, don't buy that property. I said, don't buy that property. You're gonna have problems. She said, it's too late. We already bought it. I was only suggesting
Why would they
to her it
have
was gonna be a
problems?
big headache.
What
And
kind
it
of
has
prob-
been.
What kind of problems were they gonna have? It
Sewer and
was,
water.
it had sewer and water there when Calvin Sales lived there, so why
That was
it,
20 years ago, Doris.
so it should still be there.
That's.
Where's your
it
proof
should-
that it's
there.
not?
It may be there. I don't know. if
Then
it's
how are
there
you
or
gonna
isn't.
find out unless you,
No,
Hook
we're
up the
not gonna
water.
do it. We're not gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna find out whether the water works. He's gonna find out where the.
How am I gonna find out if the water works?
how is he
I
gonna
guess you'll
find
dig
out?
up the line and see if
Well-
it's any good.
Why doesn't he find it out? He ran around finding everybody else's when they put the meters and the pits in.
No, we're not gonna do that.
He's our water man, is he not?
So if I
somebody
tear-
somebody wants to make a motion to extend water.
If I tear the water line up, then I gotta repair your damn line because you're the one.
That's correct.
No, I'm not. If I tear it up, it's gonna be your fault because you told me I had to dig it
I
up and find it.
review, I would get the ordinances from.
I already had the ordinance.
And take
They
them
don't
to
say-
an attorney. Take them to an attorney,
I will.
okay? But before you do that, let's see if there's anybody on the board that wants to make a motion to extend water, given the circumstances that we currently have. Because I told you I wasn't gonna make the call solo, even though I'm an ass.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, you gotta give us some leeway here. If you want the footies and all
You gotta
this shit,
call a spade a spade.
well, call me whatever you want. I don't care.
I don't know, it just seems kinda heartless in my book, not to give
It may
them water.
seem that way, but
It
you know,
does.
the village has been used, and this is another case of when he makes an
How
investment
am
in the
I
property,
using
he
it?
will make an investment in the property.
All Donna has to do is go back and look under Calvin.
How am I using the
Know whether
village?
the sewer's there and not a septic
We're
tank like
supposed
what
to
you
find
stated in a
the sewer
video
line
last
for
month.
you, and we're supposed to
thought it was a
extend you
septic
water
tank.
when you're not in compliance with the ordinances. You refuse.
I went up there and I put in a pound of pudding around part of the house already. I bucket the water in and stuff like that, and got the block up there. What more do you want? I'm just asking for the board to give me a little bit of water to make it a little easier for me. Come on, I did go up there and put the pudding in. I don't care. You drive by my house every day and you can see it.
Oh, I-
Especially, yeah, you do. I see your truck.
No, I don't. I'm
Yeah,
good
whatever.
for that. If a board member wants to go up and look at it, I guess they can. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't meet the requirements of the ordinance. Do any board members have any questions, Mr. Kapitska? Or Mr. Harding? Excuse me, Alan. Does anybody want to make a motion? Well, if not, we're gonna move on.
Somebody needs to go to San
Fucking
Antonio.
bullshit.
Yeah, everybody.
You won't hear that.
Yeah, somebody
That's
knows.
the end of me, buddy. You guarantee your ass, you better watch it.
Got that
For
on
the
tape.
Got that on tape, I hope.
Yeah, you got that on tape?
Got that on tape.
America, but you can
I would
do
use
something
that
like
threat
that.
too. Kind of border
Alan, you got
on
it.
terror.
Can I ask a question? Why is it that none of the rest of you board members have the nerve to say, yeah, give the man some water?
What is
Let's
it?
just turn it on.
Why is everybody
Instead of
just sit
everybody
there and
being a
say-
bobblehead doll
You
and
all
sit there.
agree. You always say yes, yes, yes. There's never
Does
nobody. that
nobody
has-
have a difference
Well,
of
maybe it's a
opinion?
clear-cut case of the guy's wrong.
Gosh, have a heart.
How about
He has
God.
got blocks underneath the house. We drove by up there.
How about
sure
And he
this?
has improved the property.
How about this?
He's had compliments
Immensely.
from other people that have told me that they think the place looks really good and how they well kept it is.
Really.
Yeah.
It's a dang sight better than what it has been for the
It
last
was
7
weeds.
years.
It was nothing but weeds.
Make him remove himself off the property?
I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna have
Because there's
to
other people squatting without your water and your sewer in this
Yeah,
town.
I know of 2 or 3
There
people
are.
that don't
And
have
others
water
living
and
in
sewer.
dumps that should be condemned and you do nothing about it.
If you do give them water, how long are you gonna give them water?
Well, at least to find out where the water's going to.
Alan went up there and tried to do that.
With
You
what?
tried doing that.
1 tank?
You know, yeah, but
Doris, here's the deal. It's not our responsibility. It's not.
Well, you're the one that blocked the sewer line.
They don't, in his thing,
We
he said he
did,
didn't know whether
but
they blocked it or
should have
not.
made an inquiry. If they bought a lot that didn't have sewer and water, they would have to provide it. They
I
would
know,
have
but this does have
Well,
water
it
and
doesn't.
sewer.
As far as we know, it doesn't.
It seems kind of funny Calvin lived there a long time with water and
Yeah, he
It
sewer.
was
Water and
20
sewer.
years ago.
No, it wasn't. It's he's
It was
been gone.
2000 then.
Okay,
15
14 years.
Okay,
You
what
know.
happened to we didn't leave the sewers open in residences that had not been occupied for how many years?
5 years.
5 years.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
are we all in agreement? It has not been occupied for 5 years.
That was
Is that
discussed in
true?
a public meeting
Right.
several times.
I don't know what you're saying, but I don't particularly like your look at me when you're talking.
I'd like to read the ordinances against middle house.
I don't remember the 5-year thing, and maybe I wasn't here that time.
When we were.
But you
having
shouldn't you
sewer
notify the
design-
owner that owns the property of this, of what you're
Oh,
doing?
that was what I wanted to ask. You said
No,
in
not
the
in every
meetings, on the
instance,
minutes,
we
that
did
you
not.
got a letter from the, or you sent a letter, Donna, to the property owner that you were shutting their water supply off. That's in one of the video meetings from Rick's stuff on the YouTube, that you sent out letters. And then in another meeting, you said, oh, no, we didn't. So which is which? Because I'm sure the lawyer
I
can
honestly don't
look through every one of those
There were
videos and
there
see
were
you're jerking these people around.
I
I
mean,
mean, I don't care what you do anymore.
Well,
'Cause
good.
It's, you just do what you want anyway. As long as you're on the inside of the fence, you're okay.
We're following the ordinances. You know, it's
I
really a
guess you can
question
haul
of,
water, get a Mother Earth
has to
toilet.
make an investment in the property, which is
Yeah.
ordinary. When you buy a piece of property, if you want to develop it, you have to make an investment in it. That's all we're saying. It's just that simple.
you make an investment in the property.
I think he's made a real good investment just cleaning the corner up.
I think it looks good. I think he's made an investment in that property.
Oh, you think he's
It
supposed
could
to
be.
pay
Standards,
labor, but
no,
we're talking
because
money
he's
here.
on the upper,
To find the sewer.
above
and
the
fi- and
41%.
We don't even know if the sewer line works from his place to wherever it was shut
Well,
off.
you're not gonna
Well,
know
that
if you
water,
don't
you
get
can't
water.
test it. That's all Kevin is asking for, is some water to find out.
He's
because you
got
can
water,
dump-
he's gotten water
you can
for other
dump paint in it
other
and run it
reasons.
down
If
to
he
the
can do
manhole.
If he can fill a swimming pool, he can get water
I mean, I
for that.
assume your Carney plat map that ran around
Alan,
close and
do you have
stuff is
any
still in the
report?
back room.
yeah, everything seems to be working fine. Water, wastewater, I did have to start discharging this month. Lagoons are filling up, so
That's a problem.
we've got to discharge.
Doris,
But,
you know hanging out there?
we,
Yeah.
Okay, you can tell.
last
him he
year
can
I
go to
applied
the
for the
mains.
security
Yeah.
grant for
Okay, you can rent a
those,
sewer snake.
Well,
Sewer
houses.
snake
well
is about
houses
$65
and
to rent
fencing.
for 24
we
hours.
were okayed with that.
It has
And Chris
125
Luby called me
feet.
yesterday.
So
We've
they'll
got a
take that
year to
sewer
do
snake
this.
in
It's a grant up to, well, it's a 90-10, we've got to pay 10%. The grant is up to 9,000, and that is for thermal pane windows and the door. And I asked for fencing, and lighting. You know, I figured we might as well go for those.
Submitted it?
Yes, we've already been okayed with it already. So we can start anytime we want. This coming year, it's going up from 10,000 to 15,000. But being we were so close to the top of the list that we didn't get in on the funding last year, they brought us over the top and we were first in line.
But we have a 10% obligation.
We got a 10% obligation.
Jeez, that's pretty good.
And how long did you say we have to do?
We got till 1st of July of next year. But I told her, I said, you know as well as, I told Chris Luby, I said, you know as well as I do that all the contractors are busy, and she said, you got till the 1st of July.
Why do we worry about water when they let it
Time
run?
goes, time flies. You want to get on their list, we need to start getting on the list, you know, talk to somebody. get-
All year long, it runs at the social center down there.
No, that's all
On the
I've got.
outside water
Mr.
spigot,
Mayor.
the drinking water.
Okay.
Really? All
It was all, I mean, well, they turn it off in the winter time, but from
Number 12.
like March or April, they turn it on.
I gave you
And
a
it
lead.
leaks, it runs, like you just turn it on, it just runs continuously. And I told Marge about it
Same
here
with
a
that.
couple of years ago.
It's, everything's the same with that.
So it's been 3 years.
Marlon Watson
Turn it on in the winter time.
sent me letters for the budget. You gotta start working on that.
Yeah,
So there, I'm gonna allow something for the lagoon project because it won't be done by October 1st.
Oh, that's that guy. that
So
lives
just basically do what we've always done and
You know?
Alan.
When do you have to,
That's the guy.
Get him the figures.
I have to send him my books. That's what he asked for, my books and bank statements and treasurer's report.
okay.
And I will get that to him and he'll work on it. We probably won't have a budget meeting till September
That's what I was
because August something is when we get the valuation of the village.
How long would that be?
Hey,
Yes, ma'am, I know. I don't know.
want to cool it?
What?
I'm trying to meet here.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna do monies for everything to do tonight.
No, I just wanted you
Frickin' arrogant.
aware of it. By next meeting, I'll probably have some preliminary figures.
I'll give you a little peek on St. Peter's Day when he's standing in the pearly gates.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Also moved.
Second.
Motion a second. Any discussion? Jim?
Yep.
Mark?
Yes.
Jeremy?
Yes.
Jesus, August already.
Okay,
Where's the year going?
motion adjourned.
I'd come out with that self-education,
Honey, I'm almost completely deaf anymore.
I said. How'd you come out with that self-education when you were going up looking at my plants? You said you were into self-education.
I found more names than what I was looking at.
Okay, just wondered.
You were right with the one.
Right.
I like them. Well, looks like so many of them look so much alike until you actually get to one.